if you didn't hear, I'm Phil. I do comedy for not a living, because I can't yet. But, so let's start out with a cool topic, pets. We all got them. We all love them. We're all sometimes allergic to them, but we still got them. We happy though, right? Yeah, we happy. So I'm gonna take you back like 10 years, go back to those old fair days. And you can win those like goldfish and stuff that you throw those little pongs in, and you get the you land in the tank and you get the fish. Well, every time I won that, they would always die a week later. Like, it was so sad that my dad literally had to like do CPR on the fish. He would literally like blow into the mouth and use the one finger tap to like staying alive while I saw my fish literally dying in front of me. And thinking back, remembering now, like, fish don't use their mouths to breathe, they use their gills. So yeah, that never worked out in the end. So like, I had to salute the fish down to the toilet of Sanctuary to where we said our goodbyes. Jump ahead a couple years later, I finally upgraded from dying goldfish to turtles. And let me say, I gave them the most original names ever, Freddie and Bobby. And I love these turtles like I never loved someone else, even more than my family, man. I had these turtles for 4 years, and they were in a little cage, not cage, but tank. And as I saw them grow bigger and bigger every year, every 2 weeks I would clean them out, I would take them outside, I'd watch them as they slowly walk around. Man, it was a great time, man. And then one day, I took them out. They were like yay big, and I'm not saying these turtles are like slow. They're like fast little guys. I was in my imagination or whatever, and I was like kind of doing karate on the side as a 12-year-old kid does, and I had forgotten to watch them as they were being cleaned, and I come back after a minute later, and they're gone. They're like nowhere to be found. I'm searching under bushes, I'm searching in the grass, I'm searching in the water. I literally dive in to try and find them, and they're gone. I come in crying like, "Mom, my turtles ran away!" And she's like, "Well, what?" So yeah, I always tell people my turtles ran away, and they're like, "Dude, that can't happen." I'm like, "Dude, let me tell you." So then a couple years more pass, and we hear just knocking at the door, like something just literally ramming up and hitting the door. We open it, this big-ass turtle comes here with like a barnacle on his side. He's literally like maybe the size of like a cat. And my dad's like, "Oh my God, it's Bobby." And I'm like, "What?" I mean, it's been a couple years. He could have grown. I mean, I would have think he would have died, but yeah. And then he's like, and my dad's not a stupid guy, he's a doctor. But he just makes stupid decisions sometimes, The thing, common sense goes out the window when you got all those degrees. He's like, maybe he remembers my scent. A couple things wrong with that sentence, right? Remember my scent. One, turtles aren't known for their sense of smell, They don't just go around like, you don't see those documentaries and they're like, "And now we see the turtle finding the jellyfish using only its sense of smell." No, you never hear that. Like, you actually hear them, using the claws or whatever. But second thing is, why would it even know your smell? Did you ever clean it in the 4 years we had it, Dad? No, you didn't. It was either me or Mom. And it was mainly Mom, okay? Like, I was 12, I can't handle a turtle, let's be honest. So he decides to put his finger really close to its mouth. And the turtle looks at it and then chomps off part of his finger. No kidding, like you could literally see down in the bone. And I'm like, wait a minute, I think that's a snapping alligator turtle. That's not Bobby. So we go to the hospital, it ain't like no emergency, so we're like waiting there. And let me tell you, this is not the first time they had someone come in bitten by a turtle. It's Florida, for God's sakes, like, come on. You've ever seen people like trying to fight an alligator, like, and lose. And sometimes win. Depends on how many drinks you have that day. But yeah, that was my experience. Now I got a cat that just is a cat. I mean, we're usually allergic, but like, it's just one of these cats that like, it has to do something with their like DNA when they like lick themselves. Like, so it's really cool. Her name's Annabelle. Yeah, she's a nice little cat. Apparently, oh, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. It's okay, just don't let it happen again. Come here, bud. No? Okay, whatever. So yeah, what else to talk about? Christmas is coming up. Christmas. I know last time I talked about getting drunk with my family, and I won't tell that joke again, but I mean, you still, let's be honest, like, you still get drunk with your family at Christmas, like, and you always have those, like, weird, like, uncles. You know those weird uncles that, like, aren't married, single, 45, and, like, live down the road from you, but, like, you never see them until it's, like, Christmas? Well, I have one of those uncles, and we would just tell stories back and forth. I just literally, like, he'd get drunk and he'd just yabber on about life, how many kids he scared today, you know, how was the strip club the last weekend? I was 16, too, while he started this. I mean, now I'm 22, so, like, it still scares me, but, you know, that's life. Things scare you. What else? Finals are happening. Literally, kids are drinking Adderall and snorting coffee, so, or wait, is it the other way? Regardless, kids are doing a lot of shit these days to stress out and pass their classes, because, you know, they didn't try in the beginning, so they really have to try now. You know, C's get degrees. That is a sentiment I live by. Let me hear you. What else? Can't wait for, if you know video games, can't wait for Super Smash Ultimate to come out, if you know about it. Yeah. I'm gonna hit that shit so hard. Donkey Kong is gonna be like, yo, get off those bongos, and I'm like, yo, man, I'm gonna wind up this punch. Boom. But yeah, I love video games, man. Why go outside when you can go live in another world, man? Or just literally not talk to people. You know, sometimes those role-playing RPG games, like, that's all I need, man. They're my friends, you know, like Brent and like Carol. Oh, I love them. From generic RPG that I'm saying, so I don't get copyrighted. But yeah, I love video games. My dad works at NASA, even though he is a doctor and is sometimes stupid. He does work at NASA, you know, helps the rockets go up and go down, takes care of those astronauts. One time, it is kind of disgusting, it's not funny, after a shuttle mission, my dad had to take care of the astronauts. They just come off. One had a big-ass pimple on his forehead right before he had to go on live TV and say, like, everything was okay. So literally, he was like, well, shit. He was squeezing it so hard, it popped literally all over his shirt. He was wearing a white shirt, by the way. Not good. Probably should not have ended on that note. But anyway, I'm Phil Scarpa, and this is my comedy sesh, so thank you all for coming.